We're in Newark, California, in the Bay Area, but it could just as easily be Newark, New Jersey, or Newark, Delaware, or any American school district, all now reevaluating their security after yet another mass shooting. In fact, the superintendent here says that has become the top priority.
School safety is always our biggest concern. If I had to pick one question that we get from anyone is really, how safe are schools? That's kind of the question that people ask before they even get to academic questions.
This is a pretty typical suburban high school, and the security here is already very visible. Perimeter fencing, security guards, cameras, and a cutting-edge monitoring system that can detect the sound and pinpoint the location of gunshots anywhere on campus. But Sanchez says there is still room for more. Bringing this district with 13 schools and 6,000 students up to speed would take about $3 to $6 million. That's as much as 5% of the total budget. Now, the Partner Alliance for Safer Schools is a nonprofit that's funded in part by the security industry. It says that at the very least, schools should be looking at things like lighting and signage, better doors and windows, surveillance, communication, all of the training that goes with that. And all of that can be had, the organization says, for about $100,000 for a typical elementary school or $170,000 for a high school. Now, of course, every school is different. Just as rekeying the locks here at this high school, they say, would cost about $100,000. And a lot of experts we've talked to said there's always kind of an overemphasis on physical security after these types of incidents, when the real key is better communication between staff, students, and mental health personnel. Guys?
Yeah, okay, so I'm a mom here, Scott, and I send my kids off to school every day. And so when I look at school shootings, it affects me personally. There are those who propose that instead of hardening the school up, what they should do is invest more money, as you said, in mental health. But that means in guidance counselors who are really paying attention, in early intervention programs that deal with kids with problem behaviors, that deal more effectively with bullying at a young level. At that school where you are, is there any talk about those kinds of more social programs?
Absolutely, and that's what they say is one of the keys here. They have a lot of that in place, and the superintendent, who actually comes from Colorado and was working in Aurora at the time of the theater shooting, has kind of a unique perspective on this, and he says that the key throughout his career has been better communication between staff and students, and it's not necessarily just about violence, about mental health, about bullying. It's just developing those relationships and also beefing up the educational programs. Funding is tight, though, and that's part of the issue. When these kinds of incidents fade from the public view, non-academic programs become on the chopping block first, including school security.
Hey there, thanks for checking out CNBC on YouTube. Be sure to subscribe to stay up to date on all of the day's biggest stories. You can also click on any of the videos around me to watch the latest from CNBC. Thanks for watching.